here, a stretch drive that electrifies the city, confounds the experts, and adds to the legend. It's quite a story. This is a dynasty built on a tradition of soccer excellence. San Diego has always been a consistent outdoor winner and approached the indoor game with reluctance. Indeed, soccer's owner Bob Bell refused to participate in the North American Soccer League's initial indoor campaign, proving nobody's perfect. When his club began to compete 1 year later, they finished dead last in the Southern Division. But there was more here than met the eye. The new kids on the block were learning the game, how to play the crazy bounces, the premium on quickness, the subtle differences between the indoor and outdoor game. And a vision of the future began to emerge.
The excitement, the speed, the sound, the style of play, the compactness of the field, all of the characteristics of an ideal sport for the American sports fan of the 1980s is contained in the indoor soccer game as it's played in the MISL.
His name was Julie V, and it became quickly apparent that his talents were ideally suited to the new game. He was a veritable scoring machine, chalking up 40 goals during the 18-game season. With a Julie V, success could not be far away. 1 year later, the Sockers would lose 7 of their first 9, and then explode. In January of 1982, San Diego began a run that brought 8 wins in 9 games and a Western Division title. By March, a now familiar message lit the marquee for the very first time. The sport and the Sockers were for real. And when the playoffs rolled around, San Diego was merely awesome. 6 straight victories culminated in a sweep of Tampa Bay. The city of San Diego had its first professional sports championship in 18 years. It felt pretty darn good. It would also prove habit-forming.
I don't even know her. I know I love her for who she is.
Teams were introduced, it became increasingly apparent that this was somehow more than a soccer match. There was genuine emotion here. Players and fans united in an almost tangible expression of pride and purpose. It would not come easily. This game would be a war.
The Sockers held together with gauze, tape, and confidence. They've won 18 straight here at the Sports Arena. And this place is pumped up. They sold every ticket in 5 hours.
Donnelly into the corner for Coker. Addy back out along the wing for Woolrich. Back to the slot for Donnelly. Now to Dana. Cassie has a look, plays it off. The defenders beat the Hawley. It's wide. Coker shot. He scores! Julie V with 10 seconds. Kicks it downfield. Wojciechowski down the left boards. A shot is wide. It's off the end wall. The San Diego Sockers have won the MISL championship. The Sockers were on top of the world. What could they possibly do for an encore? Well, for starters, they could host and win the International Indoor Invitational, defeating teams from Australia and Sweden. Indeed, the Sockers were so well respected entering the 83-84 season that one national publication predicted an undefeated campaign. Inconceivable? Perhaps. But you'd never convince a Sockers fan. on, they had come in ever-increasing numbers. First a trickle, then a steady stream, and now a flood. The sports arena rocked to the sights and sounds of the fastest sport on 2 feet. The Sockers had become the hot ticket. The boys in blue had captured a city's fancy. Riding the crest of frenzied emotion, the Sockers extended a home field win streak that reached 25 games.